Welcome to the Blues Trail Revisited podcast. It's episode 31, and I'm Ted Reed. This show is sponsored by the Clarksdale Tourism Commission, Visit Clarksdale, and produced in partnership with the Blues Foundation. The Blues Trail Revisited podcast is an offshoot of a film I finished recently about my return to the Mississippi Delta to rediscover the places I first encountered 50 years ago. To see the film, just go to www.bluestrailrevisited.com. In this episode, we're traveling north, out of Mississippi, just like the great Delta blues musicians did in the 1940s. They landed in Chicago, where country blues got electrified and created a whole new identity for the blues. We're at the Chicago Blues Festival, a gigantic, free, 4-day celebration of the blues from all over. A big presence at the festival is the Mississippi Tent, featuring some of the state's musical greats, including Clarksdale's own Lucious Spiller. Lucious, how many times have you been to Chicago?
This is the first time I've come to play it as a solo individual artist. Like, I've been here like numerous times, backing Big Jack up, Larry Tati Davis, but this is the first time I'm coming to mine.
Right. Nice set. When did you get the word this was going to happen, that you're going to be here?
3 years ago, because they kept canceling because of COVID.
Right.
They finally said, let's go with it, yeah.
So what do you think of Chicago?
Well, it's all right. I'm ready to go eat some Polish sausage.
Very good.
Maxwell Street Polish sausage.
Yes.
Gotta have it.
Exactly. So what's next? Where are you going next? Besides Clarksdale, right? Where are you going next?
We're playing on the Fort Smith, Arkansas Blues Festival next Saturday. I believe it is.
Right.
Next Friday or Saturday.
What do you think of the audience here? I mean, they seem to be really in love with what you were doing.
Very receptive. I was digging it. Yeah, good energy.
Yeah, exactly. No, one of the things that I think people find out is when you start playing, they don't know what to expect next. You know, what's he going to play next? So, you really got people listening really hard. Yeah. What's your most fun song to play?
Basically, pretty much all of them. I just love to play.
Right. Well, when you did Sweet Home Chicago, that was...
Did the crowd go? I really couldn't tell.
They loved it.
All right.
Yeah, that's good choice.
So I put it on them.
what's up with recording? Have you got a new record coming out, or
I'm in the work, still working on it now.
where are you recording?
Several different spots, just all around. Yeah,
Okay.
different.
Yeah.
Gary Vincent, been working with him down there in Clarksdale.
Right.
This guy does Morgan Freeman's voiceovers, like credit card. Well, yeah.
Okay. How have you been selling much of your last CD?
Yeah. Matter of fact, I need to reorder some. Like I got 2 of them left right now.
Excellent. No, because it's a great CD. If anybody's not heard it yet, where can they get it?
I guess look on my Facebook page and.
Yeah. Good to see you here, out of your element, but still with a great crowd.
All right, Ted. All right,
right.
thank you very
We'll see you
much.
later.
All right.
All right, thank you.
All right.
I'm in Chicago at the Chicago Blues Festival with Bubba O'Keefe, who is the head of Clarksdale's tourism department. Visit Clarksdale, and one of the proud sponsors of the Blues Trail Revisited podcast. Bubba, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, Ted. How about yourself?
I'm doing just fine. This is a great place to listen to some music and just sort of take in the city. It's quite a venue. So how'd you guys end up here?
Well, as you know, Visit Mississippi has been hosting a music stage here in the Mississippi Jig Joint tent for I don't know how many years now, and so we were part of the contingency to come up and work the booth for the festival.
Got it. So who are some of the acts that are showing up here? Because you're getting quite a crowd inside that tent.
Yeah, I mean, you got Lucious, Keith Johnson, Mr. Sip, to name of just a few from Mississippi.
Oh, yeah, some really strong headliners. When did you find out that this was actually going to go on this year? Because a lot of the people I've talked to here said it was like sort of right up to the last minute. They were wondering whether they're going to be able to put this on.
I think Visit Mississippi approached me in March.
Yeah.
about coming up if we wanted to come up. And I said, absolutely. I've never been up for the Chicago Blues Festival, but I'd always known about it, and I thought it was a great opportunity to connect.
Definitely. I mean, there is such a large blues fan base here in Chicago, so it would seem a natural fit. But I was just curious if there was something that actually struck home with you in terms of the Clarksdale talent that might be able to be exposed here and how important it would be to be able to get it shown to a Chicago audience.
Yeah, I mean, with Lucious being the only one from Clarksdale, I think it's, you got about 1,000 people in the tent, and they're in the tent all day long until the end of the show at 6 o'clock. So it's a great opportunity to showcase our Clarksdale talent, and I'm just blown away about all the people that come up to the booth and that I met in Chicago from Mississippi and Clarksdale. I had an Uber driver the other night. His father was from Clarksdale. It's just amazing. I met Muddy Waters' granddaughter and great-granddaughter, and they're very well connected with Clarksdale. And this is kind of like a secondary home up here with all the Mississippians that have come up through the great migration and starting new families, and so it's exciting to me.
Definitely. I mean, there is the huge, strong historical precedent for folks coming up here from Mississippi. What interests me, though, is the number of people that seem to be really excited by the fact that Mississippi's got such an incredible talent base, and they can actually get to hear them here and think more about maybe going back to Mississippi to listen to some more.
Yeah, I mean, that's our goal, is to promote Mississippi and Clarksdale and the festivals and the musicians we've got and what's going on there. And I think I'm very excited to see that a lot of them they're surprised at what is going on in Clarksdale and Mississippi. And I'm really shocked at the number of people that stopped by the booth and said, I was just in Clarksdale last week or a month ago or 2 months ago. I've seen a number of cat head hats out there and jig joint hats and T-shirts from Clarksdale, and I stop and say hello and take a picture of them.
That's excellent. Well, hopefully a lot of the people that are listening to this, hopefully they will be traveling down to Mississippi, especially to Clarksdale, and to be able to get a real taste of what live blues 7 nights a week is all about. Absolutely. And even during the day, Sean Badapple has from 3 to 6, I think it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You need to check the schedule, but he has a good afternoon show. That's right. And so even if you're not staying the night, which we encourage you to do, you can catch a live blues music act. Right. So that's incredible for any town, but especially a small town. I've been just talking to some people here who say, yeah, we definitely want to check out Mississippi. We definitely want to see where this is all coming from. Because I think a lot of blues fans kind of know the history, but they haven't really gone to experience where it all began. Well, and Chicago has done a great job in branding their Chicago blues, and you're right. We want to let them know where it comes from, and they, when they tell the whole story at Chess Records or Muddy Waters, it all goes back to Clarksdale at some point. So we like to say all roads lead to Clarksdale. That's right. Especially from Chicago. Yeah. St. Louis, Memphis. How cool was it that Lucious did Sweet Home Chicago? Oh, that was great. I mean, it's. I was a little nervous because you see Lucious at Reds every week, and this is the first time I've been able to catch him out on a bigger stage. And even though he's toured, this is the first time I've been able to catch him out here. And so it was good. He really had a good connection with the audience, and they loved him. And they love that Sweet Home Chicago. So are you planning coming back next year? Absolutely. Yeah. No doubt about it. It was definitely worth it. If they have me. Yes, it was more than worth it. Okay, all right. Okay, everybody, this is Bubba O'Keefe live here at Chicago, where a lot of Clarksdale ended up going, but you can always find great music 7 nights a week in Clarksdale, Mississippi. And thank you very much for talking with me. Thank you, Ted. We appreciate you doing the podcast, man. Anytime. All right. I'd like to thank everyone for listening to the Blues Trail Revisited podcast in partnership with Visit Clarksdale and with the Blues Foundation. You can watch the film that inspired this podcast by going to www.bluestrailrevisited.com. You can find out a lot more about Clarksdale, Mississippi by going to visitclarksdale.com or download the app and check out all the cool interactive features. And for news and info about the Blues Foundation and the Blues Hall of Fame, go to blues.org. By the way, the Blues Trail Revisited soundtrack LP is now available at Clarksdale's Cathead store, and you can get it online at cathead.biz. I'd like to shout out a special hello to the folks at Live from Clarksdale and Shared Experiences USA. They're still live streaming music from Clarksdale and organizing special Delta experiences. Check out their Facebook page or livefromclarksdale.com and sharedexperiencesUSA.com. I'm Ted Reed, and to all you blues music fans out there, keep on hitting the blues trail. You never know what you're going to find. The Blues Trail Revisited podcast is produced by Ted Reed Productions. The field audio producer is Nolan Dean, and our project manager is Jamie Nice. Thanks for listening.